Hey, welcome back to That's What I Was Thinking podcast. I'm Trinity.
And I'm Ari.
Yes. Okay, so one thing I want to bring up, I looked it up today. Over 90% of podcasts do not get past episode 3. Today is episode 4. Yeah. Cuatro.
And I picked the laziest outfit for today.
That's okay. That's okay. That's totally fine. We're doing an awesome episode. I'm really excited. We're doing Am I the A-hole? We're looking at the subreddit and we're going to give our opinions on everything. So,
I feel like our opinions are going to be very different from each other.
yeah, sometimes I will listen to other people reading through segments from Reddit and I think I'm so set on how I feel and then they start talking about it and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not. I don't know what
Maybe
to
I
think.
am the a-hole.
Yeah, maybe I am.
Yeah, I feel that. Or yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Or some of them are just so wild. I'm like, you guys both are.
Yeah.
How about that one?
It's everyone sucks here. That's
100%.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Careful.
Oh.
Technical difficulties. It's a battle.
Yep. Okay, just don't touch. Ooh. Oh.
Somebody at work told me the other day that they want to start a podcast. And and they go, "Can I ask you a few questions?" I said, "All right, well, I just want you to know that things are going to be tough." You have to have really strong mental health for the next 3 months.
Literally. The first when we started talking about it, it was like, this is gonna be so fun, and then
so fun and easy breezy.
But then when you start putting money in it, you're like, I want to die.
So does your bank account.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that we got things off Temu, Amazon, and it still racked up the bill.
Yeah.
My bank account is still trying to recover. All right. So, do you want to read them?
Yeah, I mean, we can take turns, but I'll read one.
Yeah.
Hand it over.
Oh, okay. Initiative.
Okay. I'm not going to do the first one. I want to pick a better title.
I'm drinking my coffee from 9:36 this morning.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep.
She's
I'm a slow
frugal.
coffee drinker.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for not letting my mother bring her boyfriend of 17 years to my wedding? This is a long story, so bear with me. I will use all fake names too. I will also need to cut a lot out. My family is nuts. My parents are swingers, and when I was 14, they fell in love with another couple and decided to move in with them. In the house was myself, my brother, my parents, the other couple, and their 2 boys. There was a lot of fighting, and overall was really toxic. They lived together for 15 years until the woman, let's say Eve, from the other couple passed away from bone cancer. Sorry, Eve.
That's so sad.
After Eve died, everything changed in the family. Originally, my mother and father were going to stay together and move out. However, my mom decided she didn't want to move out and leave the other man, let's say Frank. They decided to get a divorce. However, a month or so later, they appeared to reconcile and move out together. After 3 or so weeks, my mom decides to go back to Frank and leave my dad. Okay, I found out she was still taking to Frank even though she was trying to reconcile with my father the whole time. Now it's been almost 2 years since I saw the other family, including Frank. I understand relationships don't work out for everyone. I don't hold that against her, but her going behind his back really upset us. My fiance and I struggle financially, and we were trying to figure out the best options for our budget. I told my mom about the wedding, and she offered to pay for the wedding venue and dress, and we accepted. Now my mom keeps bringing up Frank and his kids, trying to get me to invite them to my wedding, bridal shower, and such. I have told her no many times. Every time she somehow manages to make me feel like the bad guy, but I feel like I'm setting fair boundaries. We are worried she's only helping with the wedding because she wants us all to get along again. She claims we aren't trying to see it from her perspective and that we don't care about her happiness. Edit. My Mom did know Frank and his kids weren't welcome at my wedding before offering. We are willing to cancel the wedding. We are fine with going with our original plan of pavilion and potluck. We only want a small wedding. We have around 30 guests. Mom found an affordable, cheap little venue in the area. Still more than we can afford, though. I don't know if the amount matters in this situation, but the venue was $1,200 and my dress was $80. My dad absolutely hates Frank. I appreciate the feedback too. It's hard to step out of the situation and try to look at it without bias. So let's recap. Her parents were swingers.
Yeah.
They started a quadruple couple. Someone
Passed
is
away.
no longer in the couple.
Okay.
My mother and father. Her mom and dad were gonna move out.
Okay.
Her mom didn't want to leave Frank. They were gonna get a divorce. Her mom and dad fixed it and moved out together. Her mom 3 weeks later said, "Oh no. Oh, I kind of want to go back to Frank." Left the dad and found out she was talking to Frank the whole time. It's been almost 2 years since she saw anybody, including Frank.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. The mom hasn't seen her kid in 2 years? Because of Frank? Or the daughter hasn't seen Frank in 2 years?
I think she hasn't seen anybody.
Oh, okay.
This is like in the math textbook when you get the
Yeah.
HOT question. Your teacher's like, try the hot question. You're like, oh, the higher order thinking one. Like, what do I do?
Okay, wait. First of all, when you read like these Reddit posts, do you try to like picture like what they look like?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I wonder like what they all look like. And like I'll like write a little description in my head. I mean, in my opinion, it's the daughter's wedding. She can do whatever she wants. Would I tell my mom she can't bring her boyfriend that I've known almost my entire life, even though she left him or she left my dad for him? I probably wouldn't say no. I don't know. That's hard.
But it's your special day.
Yeah, but I feel like if it's my special day, then I won't worry about Frank and my mom like snoogling in the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm worried about my special day.
Okay.
But at the same time, I don't think I would be like ecstatic about it.
Yeah.
I'd be more pissed off my mom was like, I'm not coming because he's not coming.
Well, the thing is her mom's paying for the wedding.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, just because you're paying for my wedding doesn't mean you get to dictate how my wedding goes.
I mean, the venue was $1,200 and the dress is $80. I mean, that's not super high for a wedding, if we're being honest. Usually it's like $10,000 for a venue and then like $2,000 for a dress.
Well, she was saying that she wanted to keep it budget friendly because she doesn't make a lot of money. I'm gonna say she's not the a-hole.
Because she did say, I think my mom did know Frank and his kids weren't welcome at my wedding before offering.
Yeah. So I guess she had a good intention with it. Wait.
Like her mom offered to pay for the wedding and she knew her daughter didn't want them there. And now her mom keeps bringing it up.
I'm going to say she's not just because it is her wedding. If she doesn't want someone there, they don't have to be there. Yeah. And the mom should respect that.
Yeah, I mean, she knew going into it she didn't want them there. I'm going to say she's not the a-hole either.
Oh my god, we agreed on our first one!
Wow!
I just don't think I would tell my mom that she can't bring her boyfriend. I just wouldn't. But at the same time, they were both knowingly in an open relationship, knowing that they could potentially fall for each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they already did. That's why they moved in together. It's kind of serious.
Yeah.
But now her dad hates Frank.
I wonder who brought up the idea. God, it would suck if it was her dad.
What?
If he brought up the idea of being swingers and then
Oh,
his wife
yeah.
left
That's
for,
real tough.
for another man. That's not funny. That's not funny.
No. Do you want me to read the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like reading them or do you want me to read one?
I can read it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like get more honed in this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for leaving the hospital after my sister gave birth and announced the name of her baby?
Ooh, I feel like the
That's a
titles
tough
are so
one.
deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, am I the a-hole for calling my girlfriend fat? And it was like something that didn't even relate to anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
Man, now you made me feel like an a-hole.
Yeah. Okay. 32 female, have been dealing with infertility for 7 years
You
now.
see, right off the
That's
rip.
a long time. My husband and I are prepared for the fact that we might never get to have a child together, but it's not easy. We're both currently in individual therapy to help us process all this and find a way to be a peace regardless of what the future holds for us. But I truly hope we are lucky enough to have a child. My husband and I have baby names picked out. We never talk about them, but we have a little note in our baby name book with our boy and girl name pick. It's in our bedroom. We don't look at it much anymore, but it keeps us hoping, you know. My sister, 36 female, has 5 daughters, and 2 weeks ago she gave birth to her first son.
Damn.
My husband was working, but I was at the hospital with my parents and my sister's in-laws waiting for the birth. Once he was born, we were called in to meet my nephew, and my sister told us they've chosen the name Elio? Elio? E-L-I-O. Elio? Elio for him. She said the name was originally mine and my husband's top choice, but since we wouldn't be having any kids after all this time, she decided they should use it and not let the name go to waste,
Oh my god.
being kept secret by me. It
That
was then
is
I remembered seeing my
terrible.
sister at my room while she was pregnant a few months before. I thought nothing of it at the time, but realized she'd been snooping. My parents asked how she could do that without talking to me first. My sister replied that it seemed a shame to waste a perfectly good name if I asked her
Oh
not
my
to use
god.
it.
That is a terrible thing to say.
Oh, I couldn't handle it and I left. I didn't even say congrats or anything. I went home and cried for a while. The very next day, my sister called and asked me why I made it such a big deal. She also decided to drop that she was hurt, and I never discussed the baby names with her, gatekeeping them, even when I knew I wouldn't have a baby. I asked her how she could go out of her way to take the name my husband and I had picked. She called me sensitive. I ended the call with another word. My parents checked in on me after 2 days, but since then my parents have said I should let it go and apologize for walking out. My sister also said I made her postpartum time. I don't know. It was blank, and it was very selfish on my part. We'll say I also made her postpartum time horrible, and it was very selfish on my part.
Yeah, you are not the a-hole.
No, your sister 1000% is.
That is such a and especially because she's struggling with fertility issues. That is such a terrible thing to tell someone. Like,
Yeah.
wasting a perfectly good name.
Yeah.
Go find another damn name.
Yeah. It's not like a super common name. It's not like the name was like John and his friend
Yeah.
like grew up with a friend named John. It's like Elio. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Seriously? Somebody did that to me, I'd freak out. And then you have to see baby number 5, like 6, just like calling them by the name that you wish you could have with your husband.
And the fact that her parents were like, you need to get over it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would talk to either of them for the rest of my life.
Sounds like her sister's a spoiled brat.
Yeah, 100%. We know who the favorite child is.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my god, that is awful. Did her husband say anything about it?
No, not that I know of. It doesn't say really anything because he was at work.
That is horrendous. Did her husband say anything about it?
I guess not.
That is horrible. That is so messed up.
That is really messed up. I mean, even if she's at the age where like she can't even really have a kid anymore.
That's mean girl behavior.
Yeah, that is mean girl
behavior.
That's
jealous
especially
behavior.
To your sister.
Yeah.
It's not like it would be special if she came to her and she's like, like, I know you've been struggling. Like, I really think the name is beautiful. Like, do you think that I could use it for my first boy?
I even think at that point it's disrespectful.
I mean, at least she would have been asking.
I don't know.
And then she would
Find a
have had a
different
chance
freaking
to say
name.
no or think about it.
Oh my God. And then she has the right to say, "Oh, I've been struggling with my postpartum because of you."
How about you learn not to be a selfish.
We're after that 10 mark.
Yeah, we are. There's
Oh
a
my
few
God.
words you can't say.
There's like a little gnat on the headphone.
Oh no.
Yeah, no. Your sister's the a-hole. Block and delete her number
Mm-hmm.
unless she apologizes
Yeah.
and changes her baby's name.
Change the name. Sorry. Change the name.
I
Sorry.
hope that her husband was like, I can't even, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if my partner was like, I'm going to name my baby after your sister's baby that she can't have, I would be like, done. That is such an ick. She's icky. She's an icky human.
She is icky.
I give her a 0.
Yep. 0.
0 in life, ho.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That poor baby is gonna be like the root of so much issues.
Literally. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, let's put my oh my God, my hand scared me. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll do this one. Am I the a-hole for wanting to use the hall pass my wife gave me 5 years ago when she cheated on me?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Damn. Okay. My wife, 35F, and I, 35 male, have been married for 10 years. We have 2 children, 9 female, 7 male. 5 years ago, I found out that my wife had an affair. Oh,
So you already had kids.
I felt crushed and numb because I loved my wife a lot. Her affair partner told me about it when my wife called it off. The affair lasted 1 month, and my wife had called it off because she felt really guilty about it. When I confronted my wife about it, she was very remorseful and didn't deny anything. She said she'd do anything, follow any reconciliation steps I asked, and just begged to not break up our family. I asked her why she cheated, and she gave no excuses, and she just said it was for the thrill. Alrighty then. My first reaction was to divorce, but after sitting on it for a week, I decided to just stick it out for our family, and because I still loved my wife. My wife was very thankful, and she even told me I had a hall pass I could use whenever I wanted.
Dang, she's gonna regret that.
Literally. Over the next year or so, my wife followed the reconciliation steps, which included therapy, getting sober, quitting her job, and a bunch of other things.
Damn.
Yeah. I had forgiven my wife, but I can never forget it. I would occasionally just replay in my mind my wife cheating on me, and that always hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would hurt anyone.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today, and my family is doing great. However, I have struck a friendship with Melissa, 32 female, who I met at a bookstore. Aw. Why do I want to break up this family? We had common interests in books for metaphysics and similar books.
Oh yeah,
I
made
don't
for each other.
Yeah.
Metaphysics, what?
I don't know how, but when we met, we just clicked. We initially met every week at the bookstore to just discuss books and life. But we started talking more about our personal life, and we then started going on a coffee dates and brunches. One more thing we had in common was that Melissa, too, was married to her husband who had cheated on her many years ago. Damn. It's been almost a year since I met her, and Melissa has made it upfront that she has very strong feelings for me. And that she's, yep, and that she's never had these feelings for anyone else ever in her life. I'm sure her husband would not be too pleased to hear that one.
Melissa, dirty girl, metaphysical book.
You and your dirty metaphysical books. Okay, I too have a lot of feelings for her, but I feel guilty about it, so I haven't told her about them yet. I haven't crossed any physical boundaries, and I don't intend to. We only hug and hold hands. But I do want to explore more of emotional connection to her because I've never felt like this ever. I remember that my wife gave me my hall pass 5 years ago when she cheated on me. Would I be the a-hole to use that pass to explore the emotional connections I have with Melissa? Okay, okay, okay. I think, I don't know why his wife did it. I don't know if she was feeling emotional connections to the man that she was sleeping with or having an affair with. And if it was just for the funsies and just because it's a piece of meat. But it sounds like it's two very, very different
Yeah.
situations.
Sounds like she had a hot coworker that she started doing.
Just for fun. It sounds like he wants to marry this woman.
Like he's imagining a new life with her.
Yeah, they go to the book. They It does not sound like it's going to be a one-time hall pass. And honestly, I feel like people who cheat say anything to get their spouse back, and I think it's great that he took her back and she improved on herself. I don't think I would be strong enough to take someone back and like trust the fact that they're going to improve themselves, but
I don't know.
I feel like she just said it just so they can stop arguing.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like you actually get a hall pass. I think he should talk to his wife about it.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of seems like he's going to open up like a whole new can of worms that he doesn't need to reopen. Like remember how you felt? Like she did it first, but it's like they say like an eye for an eye makes a world of blind people, you know?
Yeah. I'm I don't know. Oh my God, that one's hard. I want to say he is just because like you said, like you remember how it hurt you and she's because you gave her the opportunity, she's worked on herself. I think it would be immature to
I don't know, it's weird because they've kind of been dating for a year. Like even though
Yeah.
they're not kissing, I mean, in some cultures like this is how people date. Like they, you
It should
know.
be all the cultures.
Yeah, I mean, well, like nowadays it's like, you meet and then you like,
Hook up.
yeah. Yeah. You like don't even know their middle name and you're like, "Want to come over?" Like my roommate's gone. Like they're like meeting at the bookstore, like having deep conversations, like they're probably connecting on a lot of levels if they're into like that metaphysical stuff, like usually pretty spiritual, like they're probably connecting like intellectually and emotionally. Like it kind of just seems like, he's like, well, like I stayed with her, I did her a favor for our family, and now I actually have something that's fulfilling me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that if you fall in love, okay, listen. He says that Melissa said that she's never felt like this ever. She's married. He said, I've never felt like this ever. And he's married. If you fall in love with someone, go with the second person because you never loved the first person enough to stay with them or to not fall in love with someone else. That's my take on it.
uh, I mean, I feel like you can love two people at the same time, but it's like sometimes like this connection that he's creating with her, like
Might be different from
he's
the first
probably
one.
like so like intellectually and emotionally aligned with her, like their physical connection will probably be really good. Like it's hard. It's actually really hard to find somebody that you connect with like so like on that intellectual level like
Yeah,
and
yeah,
have that
yeah, yeah,
emotional
yeah.
understanding of them. Like that takes usually like a long time or it doesn't even happen for some relationships.
I think 5 years is too long. 5 years of working on herself and like I
And
mean,
moving past
I
it.
don't know, maybe his wife isn't faithful. I feel like I've heard once a cheater, always a cheater too many times to think that I don't know. I'm going to say yes just because
I think that if he okay, it is an asshole move because now she's
working on herself, worked on herself.
for years now.
Yeah.
It's like she's probably trying
And at
so
the same
hard.
yeah, and at the same time, like I just read a little bit back on it. The affair lasted 1 month.
Mhm.
You've been holding hands with this girl from the bookstore for a year.
Like, does your wife not know about it? Like, what's going on?
If my husband was going to the bookstore almost every week, we would have a discussion. I'm going to say yes. Yes. You would be the a-hole.
Yeah,
Cuz
if
you
you're if
can't
you're gonna go in, you gotta go all in.
yeah, cuz you can't tell someone to work on themselves and then when they come and tell you anything that you want to hear, I don't think she really meant you have a hall pass. I think she would be very hurt if she worked on herself and then you went and did the
Mhm.
same thing.
Mhm.
I say just leave your wife, live with or marry Melissa and read your metaphysical biology up the butt books.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people want to test drive it before they buy it. So I don't know. That's a tough one, man.
I
You
think just
gotta.
talk to your wife.
Yeah, maybe
See if she
she'll.
meant it.
Yeah, see, maybe she'll be like, I have something to tell you. It was longer than a month.
Yeah.
We were holding hands at the barista station. So who knows?
Oh my god, what is this? I'm reading the title of one of these. This is wild.
What is it?
Okay. 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 Am I the a-hole for telling my boyfriend that I will wear a headscarf when he grows his foreskin back?
Ooh, tell 'em.
Throwaway account for privacy reasons. My female 24 boyfriend, male 28, is a Muslim. He usually is not very traditional. We don't live in a Muslim country. The other day, he told me that as soon as we get engaged, I will need to wear a headscarf to cover my hair. I am very proud of my long, wavy hair, and a headscarf is absolutely out of the question, and he knows that. When we first met, he even told me that he doesn't like that tradition and that his girlfriend will never have to wear one. Now, yesterday we had a real fight about it. His parents want us to get married. Sorry, his parents want us to get engaged, and engagement means the future bride has to cover her hair. It got a heated argument, and I ended it with, I will wear the damn thing as soon as you grow your foreskin back. He left without saying a word and went to his parents' place. Silence since then. Am I the a-hole? Do you want me to read the edit?
Yeah.
Edit. 1. I will not wear a headscarf. If that means that the engagement isn't going to happen, then it will not happen. 2. I got downvoted for stating that I love him. Please keep in mind that the fight is less than 24 hours ago and I miss him. We had a very good relationship for 1.5 years and never fought before. We were planning on moving in together after getting engaged. 3. I will not convert to his religion. He knows that and his mother seemed fine with it. His father never said anything about it. I am Christian and will stay Christian. 4. People assume that his family is behind the headscarf idea. I am not sure about it, but it might be possible. If they are, they were good at hiding it since they never said anything. Last one, 5. His family immigrated 3 generations ago into the mostly Christian country we live at. He himself never visited the country, Libya. His great-grandparents on his father's side came from. The family on his mother's side, I don't know.
Every time you say that, I just.
Libya?
Yeah. They
Okay.
never went to the labia before. That's why they're having that problem. Does his parents approve of that?
I don't know. Okay, I will say I don't think she should have brought that comment in there. I don't think it was very nice of her.
About what?
His foreskin. I know, but I mean, she could have just left it at, I'm not wearing it, instead of saying, I'll wear it when your foreskin grows back.
I mean, is that supposed to be an insult? Like, what guy actually wants their foreskin back?
I don't know.
If I was a guy, I'd want my foreskin back.
Maybe he wants his foreskin back. Maybe that's a sensitive topic.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we need to get her on the pod.
Mm-hmm. Reach out to us, girl. Okay, well, I don't know.
I'm gonna say, oop.
I mean, if you asked if you're the a-hole for saying that, yeah. Was that an a-hole move? Yeah. Are you the a-hole for not wanting to wear the headscarf? No. You guys talked about it in the beginning of the relationship. You had an understanding. He said, you're not going to have to wear it. None of my girlfriends.
I actually don't really care for it. I don't like it. Maybe it is his parents. Why is it an issue all of a sudden knowing that
his parents want them to get engaged? Like, do you want to get engaged? Like, what?
Maybe this is just a cover up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she doesn't want to marry him.
Maybe she doesn't.
You know, yeah, I'm going to say you are for saying that because that's what she's asking. She's asking, am I the a-hole for saying that? I'm going to say yes because it's a mean thing to say, regardless if you want your foreskin or not.
You know, I heard that it's like in Texas or something. That could be so wrong. That I could just be making that up. But there's a place where they store like everybody's foreskin.
Ew.
And you can go see like
Ew.
all your cousins.
Cousins.
My
I like
cousins.
to. I'm not saying that. So yeah, I'm gonna agree. It was mean. You're the a-hole.
Yeah, you're the a-hole. But you don't have to wear the headscarf. I mean, if you want out of the relationship, just say so.
Yeah, don't. No, I'm not going to say that.
Like, if you're looking up your horoscope every day waiting for it to tell you that you're ready to move on, like, you're ready to move on. Okay, let's be real. We've all been there. Like, literally waking up and checking your horoscope the minute you wake up so you check the love tab and it's like, we believe that you're ready to move on and flourish into new things. Love is around the corner. Just tell me I need to break up with her. You know? The answers are within you, girl.
Yeah, so you are the a-hole. Don't wear the headscarf. Break up with your boyfriend because we know you want to.
Yep.
I like how she had to clarify that she does love her boyfriend. If I saw someone like downvoting my Reddit post talking crap about my boyfriend because I said I love him, I like just wouldn't acknowledge it.
It's a little crazy. Like, I don't think she'd be like, I don't know. I mean, they've been together for 1.5 years. I mean, honestly, it seems a little bit fast for an engagement. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she's older. They're both older, right? I feel like older people get married so much quicker than like people who have been together forever.
She's 24 and 26. I mean, that's not that old.
That says 28, girl.
Oh, all right. 24 though.
Yeah, but I feel like that's also kind of true. Like, I feel like older people get married so much quicker than younger people.
I guess.
Like, I feel like high school sweethearts, it takes them like 10 years to get married.
Because I feel like you kind of know yourself a little bit better when you're a little bit older, or you just feel the pressure of life.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my boyfriend's like 6 years older than me, and he gets like, so stressed about that stuff. I'm like, just relax, man. Like, come on, like, take a breather, bro. Like,
I feel like
you need new glasses.
I'll get married when I'm ready to get married.
Yeah.
Like, I won't be that. Oh my god, I will not be that girl that pressures their boyfriend to marry them.
I don't know. It depends how long.
I think I would bring it up.
At some point, you better put a ring on it. But
I
I
don't
just don't
know.
think I'd have that problem. I don't think I'd stay with somebody for that long that just wasn't on the same page as me.
I feel like if
Like,
you're,
especially if we're older, like, come on.
yeah, I mean, you're really only doing it for the tax benefits unless you're actually religious.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's like,
But I just think I mean, we don't even have to get legally married. Like, I just want to have, like, a celebration
of your love,
of love. Like, I want
of
to have a
love.
party and get all our family together. Like, that's what's so special
You
about a
just want to
wedding.
have a party.
Yeah. I want to have a party and eat cake and celebrate love.
Do we want to read one more?
That's why people get married so many times, because they just love to party so much.
Don't think that's accurate.
Yeah.
You're just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Okay, you want me to read one more?
Yeah. Just one more? Oh, you're gonna pass it off to me?
Or did you want to like take a break and then do the rest?
Do we have to take a break?
If you want.
Okay, keep going. We'll just play it by ear.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for leaving the moment I turned an adult? I'm going to say off the bat, no. I just want to like put my guess out there for now.
Mm-hmm.
The age of majority in my country is 20. The moment I turned 20, I went to live with my aunt, who I am still staying with. The reason is creepy. My older brother died when I was 5. My parents couldn't move on and turned to the occult. They have a doll which they believe my brother's spirit resides in. They read it like it's
Treat.
they treat it like it is my brother, clothing it and setting food on the table for it as offering. Even having conversations with it. They also made me treat it the same way. People in my country can be superstitious, but this is even further than most people here would go. As soon as I turned 20, I just grabbed my bags and left, telling them I'm not dealing with this anymore. My aunt allows me to stay with her, but disapproves of my decision to just ignore my parents' messages and block them, saying I should at least hear them out. She told me I owe them that much for raising me. Yeah, I changed my answer to yes.
She is the a-hole?
I would think so.
Why?
I mean, unless she had a conversation with I don't know. She didn't put enough in there to tell me that she had a conversation with her parents and was like, this is just creepy. Like, if I had a conversation with my parents and I'm like, can we stop treating this doll like my older brother?
They've
Like,
been doing it for 15 years, Ari. They're gonna stop talking to the doll and making dinner for it. My mom don't even make me dinner like that. Like, what?
I don't know. I feel like I would get my parents some counseling, some therapy.
I don't know.
know.
They're in the occult. That means they're
Well,
doing voodoo
okay.
stuff. No, I'm getting out. Sorry. Sorry. Every night when I go to bed, I'm saging the house. I'm putting pyramids in every corner. No. Bye. We can still talk. We can still meet at the barbecue, but I'm staying at my aunt's house.
I don't think she should be like ignoring their messages though and
No.
block them. Like that's you don't gotta live there, but you don't have to like totally disown them.
I mean, maybe it was just like scarring for her. She's like a young woman trying to deal with
Yeah.
her brother passing, and like her parents are giving all their attention to this doll. I'll be like, what the heck? No.
Oh my god. I'm not laughing at this 20-year-old's drama. I mean trauma. But yeah, no. Okay, I wouldn't ignore their messages. I think that's an
Mhm.
a-hole move,
Yes.
but
Is she
if
an
it was
a-hole for leaving? No.
no. Okay, I agree with that.
She waited till the age of maturity, which was 20, and then she left and she's staying with a family member. She's not out on the street.
Oh, that was supposed to say maturity?
Mm-hmm.
I said majority.
It's spelt majority, but I just know it's supposed to be maturity.
Oh.
You can like hear her accent. The age of maturity in my country.
Yeah, I guess okay, you're not the a-hole for leaving. You are the a-hole for ignoring your parents.
I agree.
Cuz I'm sure that they were also feeding the doll. I mean, I'm sure that they were not only feeding the doll, but they were feeding you as well.
Mm-hmm.
It'd
But
be a
then
different
imagine like your
story.
parents are forcing you to talk to the doll. Like if your brother passed away and your mom was like, "Why didn't you say hi to Nick when you came in?" And you're like, "Mom, I'm just trying to cope with everything." She's like, "You need to go talk to your brother. You know he gets upset whenever you guys don't spend time together.
I'm
Go put
easy.
the peas on his plate, Ariana."
I'm so easily influenced. I probably would.
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
You
I
know,
would call you
I
and be like,
think
"Can we film today?" You'd be like, "No, like
I gotta
my
take my brother to
yeah,
the to the park.
yeah." You'd be up there swinging him on the swing. You'd be going on the slide with him.
I wonder if the doll looks like her brother.
Me too.
Like, is it life size? I think it'd be. Okay, I changed my answer again. I think it depends on what the doll looks like. Like, if it's some, like, Annie Ragdoll. Oh, well, no. Actually, that would make it 2 times worse.
No, I'm thinking the little porcelain doll.
Ew.
Like that movie, The Boy, where that family has that doll that's the boy.
You're not the a-hole anymore for either of them.
No, and they're in the occult. Mm-mm.
You know what?
Sorry, girl.
I think as a parent, well, no, I'm not a parent. I think your parents should have coped with it in a different way rather than buying. It's probably a creepy doll. That doll probably looks like Annabelle.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have dealt with it in a different way. This is so unserious, but it's so serious because this poor girl is probably so scarred for life.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you don't have to make them lose both their kids. Like,
well, you know, if they're superstitious, that's what they believe in, I guess. At least they're not like.
no, you're gonna go back over there, and they're gonna have a doll that replaces you, and they're like, "Sweetie, we knew you'd come home. We've been feeding your doll all kinds of goodies." You know, like,
Oh, God.
We asked your brother what happened. He told us he wasn't playing with you enough.
I'm like trying to think what I could say, and you're over here like. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that you could be convinced enough to join a cult?
I don't know. I feel like I could.
Yeah.
If I found love in the cult, I'd be in there 1000%. If I was like, "This is my man," I'm in the cult now.
My man. Yeah, I
But
think
if
I
they
could
told
be
me I couldn't
so...
like hang out with my friends or something, I'd be like, "Ew, what?"
I think I'd be like the worst cult member. I'd ask way too many freaking questions.
Yeah.
I watched way too much true crime to act like. Actually, no, I probably would be like. Yeah, I think I could be easily convinced to go into a cult. Tell me there's Coca-Cola there, and I'm there in 2 seconds.
No, they'd be like, "Ari."
Drink the Coca-Cola. You know how it's like. No. Should I say it? I'm gonna say it. No, it's like the Kool-Aid is like associated with cults. Yeah. That would be my Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Okay, so a final verdict.
They could never get you to drink the Coke because you'd always have your own. You'd be like, "Guys, why are you all napping?" You're on your bottle from yesterday night.
Ooh, this just turned into a roast competition.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna say not the a-hole, just because I think I would be creeped out by the doll.
Yeah, me too.
But like,
I'm
talk to your
mutilating the
parents.
squishy.
Like, you know, you don't gotta live there, but your aunt is like somewhat right. Message them. They've already lost someone. They're struggling to even let go. Just message and stay in contact.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
So you're not the a-hole?
Not the a-hole.
Not the a-hole stamp. We should totally get a stamp.
I would love a stamp.
Are you ready to read one?
It's a stamp. Yeah.
Wow,
I'm
this
ready.
doll story just like
Change the vibe. Oh, good one, Ari. Good one.
Yeah.
Would I be the a-hole for calling off our engagement because she asked for a threesome? Okay, I, 28 male, have been engaged to Jen, 28 female, for a few months now. We've dated for a few years, and I really think or thought she was the one for me. We both have been open with one another about our sexual past. Hers is nothing too crazy, and in fact, our number count is similar. Having said that, she had done threesomes before, which is something I've never done. From what she told me, she'd only done threesomes when she was single. Well, we went on a night out with some friends recently, and after a few drinks, she asked me whether I'd be open for a threesome. This caught me by surprise. I immediately questioned why she wants this, and she answered it could spice things up. This surprised me because I thought our sex life was pretty good. I then asked her whether she had a MMF in mind. What is that?
MMF, male to male, female.
I don't know. Something friend. A little spicy friend in mind. And she said no. She had my male. Okay. Then I asked her whether she had my male friend in mind, and she said no. She had. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Still, I was a bit in shock and trying to process it. She noticed I was uncomfortable and tried to reassure me I wasn't uncomfortable with it, then it's okay. We don't have to do it. Man, you need Grammarly, dude. But I was really struck by a mix of anger and sadness. I thought I was the only person she wanted to sexually engage with. I know that sometimes people fantasize about others like celebrities and something, but it's different altogether to genuinely propose the idea of going through with something like this. I feel very upset and hurt that she would even want to do something sexual with another person than myself, to be honest. I even feel like my view of her has fundamentally changed, and I even consider calling off the engagement. I asked my longtime friend Joe, let's go Joe, 27 male, and he said I should call it off. Man, Joe, that if she has eyes for someone else, that means she isn't really into me the way I'm into her. Would I be the a-hole for calling it off?
Wait, okay, so she wants to have a threesome.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have anyone in mind,
Mm-hmm.
and he's upset that she even thought of it. I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't say you would be the a-hole for calling it off, but I feel like you're being a little dramatic there, buddy.
Okay. I'm understanding this now. I asked her whether she had my male friend in mind. She said no. She had my female friend in mind.
Oh.
Mm,
I'm gonna
I
say
don't think so because I feel like you guys have been dating for a few years. It seems like you're pretty open about your past. Like, we're about to get married, and now you just, like, all of a sudden want to have a threesome. Like, come on, man. Like,
Oh, so you're saying he's not the a-hole?
no.
I wouldn't say he's the a-hole either. I think
It's just a boundary for him.
she brought up the idea, and being in a relationship and bringing up ideas, like regardless if they're sexual or even like emotional or anything like that, just bringing up a
Mhm.
conversation that can like swing two ways is hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think that she brought the idea up, and he could have just been like, no, I'm uncomfortable with it. But at the same time, I'm like, if I was in a relationship and my partner was like, hey, I want to have a threesome with you and your guy friend, I'd be like, you looking at my guy friend? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like, now I don't want to hang out with them. Like, I'm just kind
Yeah.
of uncomfortable.
I'm going to say you're not the a hole.
Like, no
But maybe
shade to people who want to have threesomes.
no,
I
not at
totally
all.
support that. Like, that's awesome. But, like, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna say no, but I would probably have a conversation and be like are you just trying to spice it up? Are you physically attracted to my friend?
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of breaking off the engagement and like
Yeah.
sitting there with your thoughts and your friend's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I hate whenever like people only take their friends' advice in relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, who are you supposed to talk to about it?
No. I'm
It's just
not
like an
saying you
outside
can't talk to anyone
perspective.
about it. I mean more like, oh, like my friend Joe says I should. Like I wouldn't let my friends unless I was already on that track, I wouldn't let my friends like I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't give my friends the advice of leaving someone unless it was something serious. I guess this is serious.
Yeah, I mean, he's deciding to get married to her for the rest of his life. Like, it's
A
kind of
lot of a
serious.
lot of people have threesomes though, especially like older couples.
Yeah. I had a friend growing up whose parents were swingers, and their parents asked my parents if they wanted to like get together.
Really?
Yeah.
Eee!
I didn't know until my brother told me like later on in life. I was like,
That's why me and Kathy
"Ew."
aren't friends
Yeah.
anymore. I'm just gonna say you're not, but maybe have a conversation with her instead of your friends
Yeah.
and see where their head is at.
I mean, it's like you can speculate all you want, but you won't know until you have a conversation with her. You need to make a well-rounded decision before you just jump into something.
Yes, 100%. Especially for the like, well, I mean, there's always divorce, but like a forever future with the person.
Mhm.
I don't think she meant it in a harmful way. I mean, he even said that like she's had threesomes before.
Yeah.
So it's not like she saw his friend and was like,
It's like less taboo to her.
yeah. To a lot of people. A lot of people.
Mhm. That's just too much to focus on though.
But I think I would be offended if it was my friend.
Mhm.
Like,
Okay. I do have a friend who was in a relationship. My friend was had a so okay, it's a girl and a guy together. The girl starts hanging out with one of her friends who she's really close to, and she's kind of third wheeling, and they all become very close and decide to have a threesome. And then
oh
the
no.
guy left his
Oh
girlfriend for
no.
this other friend.
That's always the risk with a threesome.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Same thing
yeah.
with the swingers. I
Like,
mean,
I
you
feel
kind
like
of
it's,
maybe
well,
that's what he's worried about.
maybe, but I feel like it's not a good idea to bring your friend into it. Like, maybe you should just like find someone at the bar that you're not like emotionally connected to.
Do you think that guy would be like offended if it was someone random? Or do you think he's only
No,
really
I think
offended
that's
because his
less
friend?
offensive. I think it's more. I mean, I'm not saying it's offensive, but I feel like it's more weird if it's your friend because it's like, okay, well, we're obviously still gonna hang out. We have
Yeah.
mutuals. Like, now it's just gonna be like
An
one of us
awkward
is gonna be like
situation.
way more into it than the other two.
Liz, no, I'm not going there. I'd be so insecure the entire the edge of the
Why?
bed. Just staring.
Yeah.
There's people that like that kind of stuff though.
Oh
Like
yeah.
watching their partners be intimate with other
Oh
people.
no, you'd have to put a blindfold on me.
No, like there's guys that like to watch their wife have sex with other like
Like a
people.
cuck.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna let me not let me not offend the
The cult. That was the last one, girl.
the cult.
No, that's totally fine if you want to do that. If you want to be in that community, like, there's we don't kink shame. that's awesome if that's what you want to do. But just we see in this situation, you guys got to be on the same page.
Yeah, okay. I think that he should have a conversation, put that boundary in place, like, hey, I wasn't cool with you wanting to, like, be with my friend, but, if that's something that interests him, then, like, maybe they just find some rando on the street.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like she's pretty secure in the relationship. If she's like, let's
Asking for
have one
stuff
of
like
your,
that.
like, if that would be like you, that would be like me going up to my boyfriend and being like, oh, like, your like girlfriend that I met at the party the other day, like, she was really nice. Aren't you guys family friends? Like, you should ask her if she wants to come over and like have a threesome with us. Like, I'd have to be pretty secure in my relationship to like tell my boyfriend to invite his friend over to have sex with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, she was cute.
Bring her over. I mean, maybe he just doesn't find his friend attractive.
Yeah. Okay.
Not the a-hole. Damn, I wonder how that conversation got brought up. Like, just like out of the blue, like, hey. Yeah.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for taking my clothes off at Cheesecake Factory? What?
That one threw me for a loop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say off the bat, yes.
So me, 23 female, my boyfriend, 24 male, were celebrating our 1-year anniversary and went out to dinner to celebrate. My boyfriend planned it as he knows how much I love the Cheesecake Factory. I really love their cheesecake. Well, everything was going fine and we were having a good time until an elderly man at the next table scooted his chair out just as our server was approaching, causing him to stumble and spill hot coffee on me, down my back. It was obviously burning and startled me, so I instinctively screamed and pulled up my shirt. I'm pretty small chested, so I don't typically wear a bra, and obviously I wasn't thinking about that when something hot was running down my back, burning me, so I basically flashed all those at the tables around us. Yes, I was embarrassed, but at the same time, it's just boobs. I pulled my shirt back down after realizing what happened, but it was up for about 15 seconds. The server apologized over and over, but it wasn't their fault. It was all just an accident. Well, anyways, after this, my boyfriend wanted to leave, like immediately leave. He said that I was being overdramatic for the way I reacted in the situation, and maybe I was, but it did startle me really bad and it did burn. He told me I had to put on a show for everyone in the restaurant, especially since I screamed when it happened, and that we need to leave. I told him it's not that big of a deal, and that I really want to stay to get cheesecake because it's my favorite. I eventually even offered to try to get some to go, and he was dead set that we need to leave and didn't understand why I wasn't mortified. We ended up staying, but for the rest of the date, he kept saying that the men at tables near us were staring at me and probably thinking about me inappropriately. But I said it wasn't my problem if they're being gross. When we got to the car, he told me I ruined our anniversary for making him sit through that and we should have just left, and that he can't believe I would choose a piece of cheesecake over his comfortability. We argued in the car the whole way home about it, and now we haven't even spoken today.
I'm gonna say yes.
Why?
Because if I flashed a whole restaurant, I don't care if I got small boobs, medium boobs, big boobs, I'm leaving. I'm too embarrassed to show my face. I know people are all about the free the nips. I am not. I don't care if you free the nips. I won't free my nips.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I flashed an entire restaurant, I would be like, yeah, get the check and let's go. And two, if my partner noticed that someone was looking at me inappropriately, regardless if I lifted up my shirt or not, and he was like, let's leave, like, I don't feel comfortable now that everyone see your little tatas, I'd be like, okay, yeah. Just for my partner's comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate being in a situation where I'm uncomfortable and I want to leave, and like the person I'm with is like not wanting to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say yes, you are the a-hole because you didn't consider your boyfriend's feelings, especially after you flashed the entire Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a public setting, man. I mean, you can't expect to flash an entire restaurant and someone not be uncomfortable or staring. I'm a girl and I would be like looking over at the next table, like staring at the poor girl. And another thing is like I was also thinking about it. I'm like, I feel like my first instinct wouldn't be to pull up my shirt if something like was burning me. It'd be to run in the bathroom. I wonder how bad it like burnt her because I saw those McDonald's hot coffee pictures. Go watch episode 2. And so I wonder how bad it actually burnt. It was enough for her to say and eat cheesecake, so I'm gonna say yes.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's I don't know, I'm conflicted on this one because honestly my first instinct is no, like she's not really an asshole. Like it was an accident. They spilt hot coffee on her and she just reacted like sometimes you just go into like flight mode and
Mhm. Mhm.
and do what you got to do and I mean, let's be honest. I don't know about you, but I don't really like Cheesecake Factory, like the actual food. I think it's kind of trash.
Didn't we go to Cheesecake Factory for your
Yes, we
birthday?
did. And we went for the cheesecake. Let's be real.
Oh my god,
Okay.
that cheesecake was so good.
And it was kind of like it was near where we were at.
Yeah.
I their food's okay. I'm there for the cheesecake. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but I think that if my boyfriend was like, "Oh, like I don't want to stay here anymore." I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I feel like I wouldn't leave just this sounds so shitty. I wouldn't even leave because it made him uncomfortable. I'd leave because I'd be thinking about like, oh, like now he's uncomfortable.
That's
Now I
exactly why I
can't
would leave.
now I can't like enjoy my time because he can't enjoy his time.
I mean,
Like I
if
would
I
just keep
flashed a
thinking about it.
restaurant, if I flashed a restaurant, I'm on the same boat as my partner. Let's go.
Yes. I mean, I feel like it's more badass to be like, okay, like that happened, like this is super embarrassing, but I'm going to stay here and finish my meal. Like I don't care what anybody thinks. It wasn't my fault that it happened. This is my anniversary and I want that cheesecake. I'm going to stay and get it. I feel like that's where my head would be at. I I do like that she offered to just get cheesecake and leave.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that honestly would have been like the better solution, like a
Yeah.
compromise. Like,
Can I get it to
hey
go with
man,
it?
like you did just spill hot coffee on me. Like, can we just get a to go box with our two favorite cheesecakes and head out?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would be the best option. Like let's get up, let's pay on our way out, and pick up our cheesecake, and we can have a movie night at home or something. Take a
Mhm.
shower, not smell like coffee.
I feel like she made the situation almost worse with that though.
Mm.
I feel like the boyfriend like probably started off like, "Hey, everyone just saw your boobs." And like regardless if someone thinks that it's not a big deal to them, Cheesecake Factory is a family restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Like regardless if it's not offensive to you, it's offensive to someone.
Yeah.
So if I knew that I offended someone else, I'd be like dipping out. I think that she played it way cooler than she should have.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, like yeah, it was like cool that she was able to keep her cool, but like there's times where you keep your cool and there's times where enough is enough. And it sounded like her boyfriend like really wanted to leave. And if I saw my partner uncomfortable, I'd be like, yeah, let's head out.
I mean, if it was like my birthday or something and like all I wanted the whole day was to get cheesecake, like, sorry, but
Yeah, that's another thing.
like,
It's not even like it's just
yeah,
about you. It's
yeah.
both of you.
If it's my
Yeah.
birthday, titties out, we're staying at cheesecake. Okay? If it's our anniversary, hey, let's go down the road. We're gonna do Texas Brazil tonight. We're gonna do the Brazilian steakhouse instead. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so yep, I think you're the a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I would have been so embarrassed. It sounded like she just like really didn't care that she flashed everyone though.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, did she really not care? Or is she trying to convince herself she didn't care?
Yeah, it's like one of those things that keep you up at night. You're like sitting there like,
Yeah,
oh
because
my
I
god,
feel
remember
like
that
if I
time where I
took my shirt
flashed
off at Cheesecake Factory, people would be like, tell that boy to put his shirt back on. Like, there's nothing going on under the shirt, and there's no bra under the shirt. Like, I'm on the same page as her. Like, I can relate to her, but I would also be like, oh my god, everybody saw, like, my pecs. Like, not even my titties.
my god, my Delulu self would be in the car like, I wonder what people have to say about it. Oh my gosh. But is that it for them? I think we read them all.
No, there's more, but I feel like we could wrap it up. Like, we've got
Yeah.
like an hour.
Definitely let us know if taking your clothes off at Cheesecake Factory is acceptable or not.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much for watching/listening to our 4th episode.
Woo!
And we hope you tune in for more. And we are grateful for every viewer. And we hope you have an amazing day, evening, night, whether you're at the gym or driving in the car, going to work or getting ready.
At work.
Yep, we do not snitch. We see an AirPod in one ear, we are not saying nothing. All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.